Good evening. I am Claire Adelabu Abdul Razak, and you're welcome to a very rainy but calm Sunday evening on Newsline, only on the network service of the NTA. Now, in just over a week, Nigeria turns 65, and so do we, as citizens bound by one story. Now, it's a story not only written in books, but etched in our daily lives, in our struggles, and in our triumphs. So tonight, as we count down our news reports on Newsline, echo 65 shades of that collective journey. So think of Newsline tonight as a flight across Nigeria's spirit, where every stop reveals courage, struggle, hope, and celebration. And talking about courage, we'll journey from Abuja to outer space, where Nigerian children enter orbit and share their voices from the skies. And from the skies to the seas, we head to Ayetoro, a coastal town fighting waves that refuse to stop coming. And then in the courts, we uncover a tale of meaning. Why justice wears the face of a woman, and what puzzles that symbolism still holds. All right, as your captain with the finest cabin crew behind me, I'll be going through these shades of our journey with you. So settle in, relax, and enjoy the ride as Newsline takes off in just a moment after the news. Vice President Kashim Shettima is on his way to New York to attend the 80th session of the United Nations General Assembly in the United States of America. It's holding from Monday, September the 22nd to Sunday, September the 28th, 2025. Vice President Shettima, who is representing President Bola Tinubu at the global event, will deliver Nigeria's national statement and join other dignitaries at the UN high-level general debates, among other side events. The Vice President would also announce Nigeria's new nationally determined contributions under the Paris Agreement at this year's UN special event on climate. In another news, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu celebrates with his wife, the First Lady of Nigeria, Senator Oluremi Tinubu, on her 65th birthday. Now, fondly calling her name in a message to her, the president honored the love of his life, whom he describes as a woman of strength and enduring grace, who stood by him, the president, on the journey of his life. Thanking God for the First Lady's health and unwavering love, the president prays that the years ahead be filled with joy, peace, and fulfillment she so richly deserves. And Vice President Kashim Shettima has also expressed profound honor to Mother of the Nation, Senator Oluremi Tinubu, on her 65th birthday. A statement personally signed by the Vice President reflects on the countless years of brilliant motherhood, exemplary service to nationhood, and the brilliance, compassion, and steady support that a First Lady can provide to her husband and the entire nation. He notes that when the history of this great nation, and in particular President Tinubu's administration, is written, her name will be inscribed in gold. Wishing the First Lady continued good health, joy, peace, and fulfillment, the Vice President commends her sense of unity and upliftment of humanity that has touched millions of lives through her PET project, the Renewed Hope Initiative, which reverberates across the nation through women empowerment, youth development, education, and empowerment of the needy. We've also received a cross-section of goodwill to the First Lady. This one is coming from the Senate President, or rather the President of the Senate, Godswill Akpabio, who greets the President's wife and Mother of the Nation, Senator Remi Tinubu, on her 65th birthday, describing her as a pillar of love, strength to the husband and the less privileged, and most importantly, the nation at large. In his congratulatory message, Akpabio says the First Lady is a radiation of love and a philanthropist of note who has proven time and again that love and the milk of kindness flow endlessly in her veins. Another message, this time from the Deputy President of the Senate, Barau Jibril, is also congratulating the First Lady, Oluremi Tinubu, on the occasion of her birthday. Commending her contribution to nation building through her pet project, the Renewed Hope Initiative, and praying God grants her long life, sound health, wisdom in her endeavors, and support to President Bola Tinubu to successfully deliver the Renewed Hope agenda for the peace and progress of the nation. We also have a message from the Speaker of the House of Representatives, Abbas Tajuddin, who commends the First Lady Oluremi Tinubu for choosing the occasion of her birthday to strengthen education, especially among the less privileged, through the Oluremi at 65 Education Fund. Describing the First Lady as the mother of the nation, Speaker Abbas notes that the President Bola Tinubu could not have had a better partner than his wife, who is equally an icon of democracy. And from former First Lady Dame Patience Jonathan comes this felicitation, and she praises Senator Oluremi Tinubu's unwavering commitment to humanitarian causes, nation building, and the upliftment of women and children across Nigeria. She notes that the milestone age of 65 is a testament to God's abundant grace and a life of impactful service. The former First Lady prayed for many more glorious years ahead for Senator Oluremi Tinubu, filled with sound health, divine protection, renewed strength, and enduring happiness. And in the same vein, Niger State Governor Mohammed Umar Bago extends his heartfelt felicitation to the First Lady of Nigeria, Senator Oluremi Tinubu, as she turns 65, saying it is a landmark age and appreciating God for allowing the celebrant to attain such a milestone in good health. The governor also prays that God continues to grant her more years, strength and wisdom to serve humanity better. And Chairman, Nigerians in Diaspora Commission, Abike Dabiri Erewa, felicitates with the First Lady of Nigeria, Republic of Nigeria, Senator Oluremi Tinubu, on her landmark 65th birthday, describing her as God sent to Nigeria. Dabiri Erewa, in a message, describes Senator Oluremi Tinubu as a rare gift, extolling the First Lady as a compassionate and dedicated woman. All right, to other stories now. Historic Sultan Bello Mosque in Kaduna has received a facelift with modern facilities provided by Tantita Security Services Limited, owned by government Ekpemupolo, popularly known as Tampolo. The renovation includes a new ablution center, restrooms, and a 300,000-liter water tank. Dennis Adeguloye tells us more.
The historic Sultan Bello Mosque in Kaduna now has a new look, courtesy of Tantita Security Service Limited, owned by Chief Government Ekpemupolo, popularly known as Tampolo. The 63-year-old mosque, named after Sultan Muhammadu Bello, the son of Sheikh Usman Danfodio and the second Sultan of Sokoto, stands as a symbol of faith, unity and tradition in the heart of northern Nigeria. The legacy now takes on a modern look with a state-of-the-art ablution center, modern restrooms and a 300,000-litre water tank designed to serve both worshippers and surrounding communities.
The 300,000-litre of overhead tank that will benefit the mosques.
The company also carried out full renovation works, restoring the dignity and status of the mosque as a central place of worship. The project, formally commissioned by President Bola Tinubu, has been described as a model of private sector partnership in community development.
This facility, especially this 300,000-litre water tank, will provide clean water for the surrounding communities here at Ngosserki. So as you can see, a lot of people will benefit from this water system. So it will go a long way in solving one of the major issues of lack of potable drinking water and water for daily use within these communities here.
The upgraded facilities promise greater comfort for worshippers, while reaffirming the mosque's role as a landmark of history and spirituality.
We appreciate, and all the people of Northern Nigeria, they are proud of this work.
With this gesture, Tantita Security Services Limited has again demonstrated its commitment to service beyond security operations, preserving heritage and helping to cater for everyday community needs. Dennis Adegunloye. NTA News.
And in an atmosphere of conflict and discord, women and children are most times the victims. Now, against such divide, Women for Peace in Nigeria stands committed to closing gaps and building bridges and promoting peace among Nigerians. Ngozi Teknikiu was on the 27th anniversary of the organization, and this is what she brought back.
For nearly 3 decades, Women for Peace in Nigeria has served as a catalyst for change, empowering women and youths, promoting peace in communities and fostering unity across Nigeria. An initiative that has touched countless lives, inspiring a new generation of leaders.
We are happy as Nigerians that the first Mama Africa is coming from here. It means a lot for Nigerian women. What it means is that we are blazing the trail.
We are advocating that research and development should be initiated to review the gender-based violence against women.
Mama Africa is such a woman with a large heart, a golden heart.
Our word today is a responsibility that has been given to us women, not Dr. Mariam, but for all of us women to make sure we work for peace in our homes.
The event was capped with the crowning as Mama Africa of the brain behind the inspiration of driving the Women for Peace in Nigeria in recognition of her activities beyond the shores of Nigeria. In Abuja, Ngozi Teknikiu, NTA News.
And let's peep into the world of sports. Now, Nigeria is aiming to make history to becoming the first African nation ever to host the Commonwealth Games with a bid in for the 2030 edition. Anticipation is high as the Commonwealth Games Bid Evaluation Committee visits Abuja to assess facilities at the Moshood Abiola National Stadium for Nigeria. Now, the 2030 Games are more than 7 years away, but preparation is already intense against competition from India, Canada. The stakes, of course, couldn't be higher. Here is Austin Edemudu as he brings forth the sights and sounds and, of course, the hubs behind this preliminary inspection.
It's a pleasure to declare the 22nd Commonwealth Games open.
The Commonwealth Games is an event that brings together athletes from across the Commonwealth of Nations. This international multi-sports event is organized every 4 years. The next edition of the Commonwealth Games will be hosted in Glasgow, Scotland in 2026.
The last time Nigeria made an attempt to host the Commonwealth Games was in 2007. 18 years later, Nigeria is back again with another bid to host the 2030 edition.
The bid for the 2030 Commonwealth Games from Nigeria and India are being considered by the Commonwealth Games Federation. Already, the 2030 Commonwealth Games Evaluation Committee are in Nigeria to meet with relevant stakeholders and inspect designated facilities proposed in the bid.
Well, we're really excited to see all the wonderful venues and just to see all the passion and all the people that have pulled together such an exciting proposition for Commonwealth sport and for Nigeria for the future.
You will be convinced that Nigeria is really committed and is able, more than able, and have the capabilities and the possibilities to host what I will term the best games ever in the Commonwealth.
The Nigerian Television Authority, as critical stakeholders, is poised towards providing all expertise and platforms to ensure that Nigerians have access to quality transmission throughout the Games. The competition to host the 2030 Commonwealth Games seems to be between Nigeria and India.
Do what we need to do within 5 years and be ready for 2030, meaning we have to be ready at least by the tail end of 2028, because anything from 2029 will be fine-tuning what you've got.
The priority right now for me, for the National Sports Commission, is to prioritize our sporting infrastructure, not looking for international, trying to host international competition. That shouldn't be our priority at the moment.
Interestingly, since the inception of the Games in 1930, Nigeria's best performance was in Birmingham 2022, finishing 7th in the medals table. Could Nigeria surpass this performance in Glasgow 2026? Or could the hosting rights of the 2030 edition of the Commonwealth Games be awarded to Nigeria? Only time shall tell. In Abuja, Austin, Edemodu, NTA News.
Preparation, preparation, preparation. That's all we need to win it, Austin. Bade Adeleye is standing by for details. Bade, we've just ended the World Athletics Games. I don't know, what is it about Nathaniel being on the table? I know that Toby Bullet is the only silver we are recording.
Well, Nathaniel's time will finally come one day. We think, we believe it's, sometime soon. But, it was very unlucky in the 400 meters hurdles, finishing 4th. And, we had the back and forth that came to 3rd and returned to 4th. But,
so, no upturning of the third, of the, the first winner. We hear that was upturned and he got the bronze. Was that just a fluke?
No. He got it back. They won the appeal. But Nathaniel also said he never wanted it to come his way that way. So, fair play.
All right, thank you.
Right, welcome to Sports Update. Let's begin from the World Athletics Championships as Team Nigeria rounded off their campaign at the 2025 World Athletics Championship in Tokyo with just one silver medal to finish joint 27th in the overall medals table. World 100 meters hurdles record holder got Nigeria's only medal, that's Toby Amuson, after finishing second in the women's 100 meters hurdles final. In the overall medal standings, Team USA secured 16 gold medals and record 26 medals to emerge overall champions. Kenya finished second with 7 gold medals. Canada, Netherlands and Botswana complete the top 4. And to football now. Let's return home and let you know that the Nigeria Premier Football League returned for match day 5 games, where Niger Tornadoes moved to second spot on the league table after defeating Ikorodu City 4-2 on Sunday, and it was a 6-goal thriller. Elsewhere in Ibadan, Shooting Stars secured their first victory of the season with a hard-fought 2-1 win over Kun Khalifat. In Yenagoa, Nasarawa United secured the only away win of the day after a vital 2-1 victory against Bayelsa United. In Aba, Enyimba of Aba came out tops in a 5-goal thriller against Bentel Insurance, while El Kanemi Warriors defeated Warri Wolves by a lone goal. And to the continental level, where reigning Nigeria Premier Football League champions Remo Stars secured a dominant and, of course, very resounding 4-0 victory against visiting Zulumaju of Democratic Republic of Congo in the first leg of their 2025-2026 CAF Champions League preliminary round fixture. In the Confederation Cup, Kwara United's 3 goals were not enough as they failed to host Asante Kotoko of Ghana in a 7-goal thriller, while another Nigerian club, Abia Warriors, managed a 1-1 draw against visiting Joliba AC of Mali. And straight to Europe now, the United Kingdom, England to be precise, as Arsenal Manchester City played out a 1-1 draw earlier today in the Premier League. Erling Haaland had given the visitors the lead in the 9th minute, only for Gabriel Martinelli to grab a late equalizer in the 93rd minute. In other results, 10-man Sunderland held Aston Villa to a 1-1 draw, while the encounter between Bournemouth and Newcastle ended in a barren draw. Another draw for United, talking about Newcastle. That does it on Sports Tonight. Let's return.
I know
you
thought I was going to ask you about Arsenal.
No win for Arsenal.
Arsenal did what Chelsea couldn't do. Thank you, Bade.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Let's check the weather forecast for Monday.
Welcome to the weather forecast. Monday is expected to bring wet and windy conditions across most parts of the country. In the north and the north-central cities, scattered thunderstorms are likely, accompanied by periods of rain and strong wind. Meanwhile, the southern regions can expect more widespread thunderstorm activity affecting most areas throughout the day. These weather events are most likely to occur during the afternoon and evening hours. So residents are advised to plan accordingly and stay updated with the latest alerts. And that's it for now. Stay safe and have a great day. I'm Sefia Senginusa.
And that's the news on Newsline. Don't go away. The flight is just about to take off.